my name is Soraya Rouchdi. I'm the founder and the director of Little Da Vinci International School, a bilingual school founded in 2009. Little Da Vinci International School is a bilingual school. We have two programs, one English-Spanish and one French-Spanish. We start with preschool, which in French is maternelle, and we continue grade by grade up to elementary school. Right now we go up to second grade, and we are accredited by the French Ministry of Education for the past 2 years, and our program is based on interactive way of learning. The reason why I created the school, I wanted to have a school with a very high academic level in a bilingual setting where the children are having fun and building a very positive experience of learning. I've been in TAB for the past 3 years. One of my board members, Mary Brown, introduced me to the board. She's been in the board, I think, a year or two before me, and she told me about all the great things that the board brought to her business. Now she's not a member anymore because she sold her business, and the board helped her selling her business, and it was very interesting for me to learn about all the things that need to be prepared for that. When I joined the board, my business was in its 3rd year, so the business was doing okay. As the founder and the business person, I was not always doing okay. Because I was always focusing on all the things that were not working, always questioning myself, if I was doing things right, if I had all the qualifications needed to be successful in my business. And I felt that I needed more interaction with other people in business, managing small businesses, to evaluate how things are working in my business, if there are other possibilities and other ways to make it thrive and more successful. TAB shaped a lot of me because there are 2 things that I could find in TAB. The first thing is we are all in the same type of difficulties and successes. We all face the same type of problems. Most of the time our problems are in sales and business development or human resources. And every single business at any given moment runs into the same type of challenges. The other part is by listening to all the challenges that other businesses are going through, we also noticed about all the great things that we were able to accomplish. And this is a very fulfilling moment for us. And very reassuring because this is the moment where we feel great about all the everything that we were able to accomplish, and we become more secure about ourselves. Every time I came to the board for the past 3 years, I came with a new problem, and a new challenge, and sometimes we had opposite challenges. Like for example, at a certain point, we had much more students enrolled in Spanish and much less students enrolled in French. Our program is accredited by the French Ministry of Education. The 2 programs, we wanted to run them in the same way. In the meantime, we have the hope to continue toward the French-American Baccalaureate, so going up to high school. And in Atlanta and in the South, the demand for Spanish is much more important than French. So at a certain point, I felt that maybe French will not be that successful when I really appreciate the French pedagogy, and it is the engine of the school. So I came to the board asking for help, how I can develop the French program and how I can bring more students. And a few months later, it was the opposite. The French program, we were able to triple the enrollment in French, and in Spanish, we were struggling with bringing more native speakers to the program. So, and there are many different situations, like the building. We are in expansion, we are growing a lot, and one of our very important needs is finding a building. So the board was not able to find me a building. I wish they could. However, they were able to challenge me in focusing on different type of areas and taking me a little bit outside of my comfort zone, so I could look outside of the box, and that was very helpful. I still don't have my final building, but I'm getting close to it. When Buddy comes, Buddy is a very nice person, and he knows how to get the information without being too pushy. But during that moment, it is also a moment to make us accountable of anything we promise to do. And this is when, during this one-on-one moment, Buddy will make sure that we are working on, we are preparing for the next meeting. And we are working on the commitments that we made during the previous meeting, and we also work on the next challenge that we are having and we want to bring to the board to seek for support. The board meetings are really interesting, especially the board I'm part of, because all the members are very straightforward, and we are very engaging and very straightforward and go to the point. For every single issue we got to know each other, and we remember very well the commitments or the problems or challenges that were raised even a year ago. So we have this ability of going back to few of the commitments that some of the members didn't make in the meantime, and and the challenges that keep coming back all the time. The moment of the group meeting is much more a moment of analyzing and problem solving and finding creative solutions. The one-on-one meetings are much more keeping us on track and making sure that we are up to our commitments. I think TAB is a great fit for anyone. It can be a great fit for French-speaking communities and members if they are living in the US, for example, because it's a great way of learning about the American culture of doing business, which is completely different from France. I lived in France and Italy, and I'm born and raised in Tunisia, and business is done completely differently in the different countries I lived in. And it's a great way to better understand how things work. In addition to that, there is a different type of practice in the US. Regulations, sometimes in the board we can have lawyers or CPAs and different type of businesses, and what we can take for granted coming from another country, even if we were successful before, doesn't necessarily work here. So those type of exchanges are very interesting and very important. If TAB is expanding in a French-speaking country, it will be as interesting and as fulfilling as it is for us over here. What I enjoy the most is meeting with other business partners now, because we really work as a team, and people I trust. I can open up on any type of situations. Being in TAB is being with a group of people who really care about your business, care about you as a person, want the best outcome for you, and will do the extra mile to support you. And I think that's what I enjoy the most.